So I actually vaguely remember this project. We had to write a variation on a fairy tale. So I did the frog prince, but from the frog's point of view. So here it is. You know the story of the frog prince, right? Well, they almost had it, but they didn't get certain things right. I was once put under a spell by a witch, which turned me into a frog. I didn't know what to do, so I joined a family of frogs in a pond. I asked the local psychic frog, who told me about the spell. The spell breaks once you receive a kiss from the princess of the land, she said. So I set off to the castle to see the princess. When I got to the castle, I knocked on the door. "Hello, is anyone there?" I yelled. No one answered. I figured they probably couldn't hear me, so I tried to climb up the side of the wall. This was very hard because the princess's room was on the 1,154th floor, which was 40,000 feet tall. I got about 200 feet tall and literally fell off of the side of the castle. I was lucky to have landed in a pond. There I talked to a duck, telling him about my situation. "I have a giant ladder you can borrow," he said. I took the ladder and went all the way up to the top and dropped the ladder for the duck and tried to through the window. Then a security guard for the room. "Password, please," he said, very still in his position. I thought for a minute and guessed. "Is it, 'I will never kiss a frog even if he really is a prince'?" The guard became shocked, shouting, "Yes, that's right." He let me through. I saw the princess sitting on her bed reading a book. I hopped up on the bed and tried to talk to her. "Hello, fair princess," I shouted. She looked down from her book. "Huh? Who said that?" she asked. "Down here," I yelled. She placed the book on herself and picked me up. I have been put under a spell by a witch, and I need a kiss from you to turn into a prince so I can be the prince of the land," I exclaimed. "Okay, I believe you," she sighed. "You must have been put under a spell if you are a frog and can talk." She gave me a kiss and waited. I started feeling nervous. I had no idea why the kiss didn't work. Maybe it's an overnight effect," she said. I felt relief. This princess really understood. She had a feeling that I really was a prince turned into a frog, so she let me stay overnight. The next morning, she woke up to the surprise of the same frog that had been there the previous night. "Mother, father, the kiss didn't work. He is still a frog," the princess yelled to the king and queen. The king and queen ran into the princess's room. I watched them look at me, thinking about what to do. They thought and thought. They thought for a long time, until the king finally had an idea. "I know just what to do," he exclaimed. He reached through his pocket and pulled out a Hershey's Kiss, unwrapped it, and gave it to me. I took a bite out of the Hershey's Kiss. In an instant, I started losing some of my warts and grew taller. Then my skin started to turn a pale peach color. I was becoming human again. When I had fully transformed, we had a wedding ceremony and I was married to the princess. I lived and am currently living happily ever after. The end. Isn't that such a sweet story?